contractor goes away, then another one is supposed to be awarded, then there is no money. After doing some 5-6 kilometers. Then you get another contractor to come in 2020, and he sits there, starts the work, does some earthwork, and then stays there up to 2024. So now is when that road is being done. Now, the question you want to ask, is that really fair and just? Now, that is even better. I went to Tana River. Crossing from one side of the Tana River to the other to go to school, the children cross on with canoes, some they put sticks and they cross. Imagine Tana River. You are crossing on some very delicate pole put for you. And many children drop in water, the crocodile eat them. From independence to this year, to this year. Because of a bridge which cost us 100 million. So when I went there, and that is the sense of Minister for Finance, not sitting in Treasury building, you must also go out. And I've chosen to be going out. I saw that, and I said this is unfair, and we allocated 200 million, 100 million for each of the two bridges. And they are nearing completion now. It's going to sort out that problem. How much have we been wasting? People have been eating, embezzling billions of shillings in this country. Yet we cannot allocate 100 million to sort out the problem of a community. And their children, they lose their loved ones. Young children. It's not fair. And that is why I say we need more transparency as to where we are allocating resources. You see some people showing you pictures of schools, how they have done their schools with paved roads to the school. And that is your taxes, your tax. Yet for those of us who have been traveling to Western Kenya during Christmas holiday, between Naivasha and Nakuru, you take 10 hours. We live in such a country. I think we agree with you, skill-based training is important. We need to adopt it. Probably I will talk to my colleague to also be engaging you. I know Gamba is very receptive to ideas. He should engage you and just see what kind of reforms can be done in the education sector. Kasam, it is true that our grassroots people don't get all the information that we have, and therefore they become vulnerable. Look, when someone stands and says that, Safaricom shares, these guys are selling Safaricom for only 34 shillings per share. Yet, Safaricom share as we speak today can fetch 70 shillings. In fact, instead of receiving the 200 billion that the government is going to receive, they could have received 400 billion. The other 200 billion, the leaders are taking that money. They say that, and if that information is not countered, the person at the grassroots would just take it as a gospel truth. And I saw one of the leaders say it in church. Yeah? Say it in church. And people were like, what? Is that what the government is doing? Those people left the church hating the government thoroughly. But what is the truth? Ask that person who said that Safaricom shares can be sold at 70 shillings. Those of us who have Safaricom shares, to call that man to Nairobi Securities Exchange so that he can give you 70 shillings per share. The price of Safaricom shares is 27 shillings, 28 shillings today. And he's selling you to 70 shillings. Can he buy it at 70 shillings? Just ask him that simple question. Can you tomorrow go to Nairobi Securities Exchange and buy 1 million shares there? Or don't even go 100,000 shares at 70 shillings. Pay 7 million. He will not. And let me make you laugh. I decided to read. Me, I didn't campaign with the president. In fact, I never prayed for him to be president. I was seriously praying, one of my prayers which was never answered, that he fails. But they had a manifesto. And we had a manifesto in Azimio. Fortunately, the Azimio manifesto, I spent a whole weekend together with my other colleagues. We were working on that manifesto. In some house in Karen, along Fair Acre. From Friday to Sunday, we were leaving that place past midnight. We did our manifesto. They also did theirs. Word for word, the manifesto of UDA stroke Kenya Kwanza said this. That because of the fiscal space that is limited, we are going to take out of the budgets major commercially viable infrastructure projects. And we are going to start an infrastructure fund. The only thing they didn't say is national, but they said infrastructure fund. And the initial capital into that fund will come from the proceeds of privatization, word for word. Then I asked someone, now this guy is speaking about us doing illegal things. Wasn't he the running mate of the president on Kenya Kwanza? Did he read the manifesto? Then the guy told me, no, he never read. He did not read the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza. It is in black and white. And let me tell you, even as Azimio, we had a similar suggestion. And we are just implementing. In fact, we are implementing the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza word for word. Word for word. And I even told, we are even late. I was telling His Excellency that, you know, we are in third year. We should have done this before this manifesto. And the president said, I agree with you. This is something we should have done way back. We have no choice but to do it because both sides recognize. Now, where was I? So, we will see how to get grassroots mobilized for us to talk. And you know, when we are the ones talking to them, it may be more believable if some of you also speak to them. I agree. Lastly, I think I had already addressed the issue of a similar fund like Nyota. Let me leave it there because we have captured a grant for graduates that should be made. You can also sit and do a written memorandum to us as student leaders. Please do a memorandum to us on 2026-2027. Something I can take to the cabinet and say, this is a suggestion from students. Can we pick some of the suggestions and put in our budget? Is that correct? So please, the leadership, maybe we go for the next round, but I hope you will now limit it to less than maybe about 3. I can see so many hands, but if you could reduce the number.
Only if you're promising to be precise. Are we in agreement? Are we in agreement? One guy, one lady, 2. One from this side, one. Okay, we can take 3. 1, 2, 3. Please, be very precise, please.
Okay.
These people have not eaten.
It's okay. Our CS, John Mbadi, expert, CPA, ODM. My name is Paul Kirutu Samuel, Secretary General Emeritus, Maseno University.